Hello and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. I've just noticed the seam in the wall, or the bricks that should be alternating like that. They're just above each other. There we go, that's today's fascinating piece of information. And with that, to the cars! To the cars! Oh, there's only one job I can't do now, look. I fancy some easy jobs today. Which is to say that I usually do, but there we go. That appears to work. So exhaust and gearbox. Right, let's get this sucker on a lifter. And what were the gearbox problems? They were unknown. Right, let's have a shifty. See if we need to take anything off from above. Where are you, little gearbox? Oh my word, it's the gearbox itself that's a bit dead. So we need to take off the drive shaft, the front drive shaft, so if we take the wheels off. So, here we go. Settle back for some bolting action. That's right, you can't handle the bolts. That's not true. No bolt handler you. Right, okay, that's that side. No, don't want the fender. Still surprised that's a fender. I thought the bumpers were fenders. That's a wing as far as a English person's concerned. Unbolt, and then have to take that out from underneath. No, we take it out from here. But the gearbox we have to get out from underneath. Oh, let's double check there's not a starter motor on it that needs removing first. So it usually is. There it is. Alright. Pop it in the air. Once again, we've got a slightly nice looking green rather than the lurid, horrible stuff we had a smattering of earlier in the series. So that's nice. There we go. So that's the gearbox itself, which is knackered, and then it's just the release bearing. So that's relatively easy as gearboxes go. Right. We also need to get the exhaust sorted. I can't. There we go, yes, and a muffler. Alright, and then we buy those bits. Which I've already forgotten, of course. So, exhaust, we need a rear muffler. Rear muff. We can just apply for that as well, very exciting. Where's my list? Middle muff, rear muff are also required. No, middle muff, I already had the rear muff, yeah. Middle muff. And then it's gearbox R4. And clutch release bearing. Clutch release bearing. Gearbox R4. Alright, and then it's the reverse of the removal. Pop those back on. It's easier to walk to the front of the car. There we go. 1, 2. Put that on there. Gearbox on the outside. Yes, looking all shiny and dull. Shiny and dull. Starter motor. Can I put that on from here? No. All right. So drop it down. Woo. They certainly overdo the reflections in this game. You see a reflection in the air conditioning unit above my head. I don't. I just want to be able to look further down. There we go. On starter motor. Alright, so that's the job done. Woo! Once we put the wheels back on, of course. Oh yeah, and the axle, and the drive shaft, all that stuff, all that good stuff. Yeah, what a moany customer, wanting his axles and his wheels. I mean, can I fix the problem? What more does he want? An axle and a wheel. Oh yeah. Alright, so that should be the job done. Yes. Woo! Woo! Okay, we've got time for another job. Now let's get these little ones out of the way. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, it's another nice green car. There you go. You moan about it for a while and it's some nice stuff. So it's brakes this time. I must admit I didn't really check the job before I selected it. It just looked easy because there wasn't many bits to do. So brakes. Let's take off the corners. See how bad the situation is. I can see some crap behind this wheel already. Oh yeah, we've got a dodgy brake disc here. And some pads that could do with changing. Righty-ho. Yeah, caliper on this corner. Pads look okay. Can we examine them from here? Let's examine this 3. Yeah, they seem fine. Cool. Alright, that's everything on this corner by the looks of it. It's dead caliper. Oh, okay, the pads look okay. But the disc is knackered. Alright. And then finally, oh yeah, caliper on this corner. And the pads look fine. So that should be, oh, all but that final thing. Maybe these pads aren't fine. It's hard to tell sometimes. Oh, they seem okay. Huh. Well, what? Oh, yeah. I was going to say, what else could possibly be part of the brake system? And then I remembered. It's ABS. Yeah, so we go on ABS pump. Let's take off this first. There we go. One ABS pump. Yeah. Pretty easy to overlook. Okay, so that's our list of parts. Let's go shopping. ABS pump. $950. And then we wanted 3 calipers. 3 calipers. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. Brake disc ventilated. Brake disc normal. Look at me remembering stuff. And some brake pads. Alright, there we go. So, and then reverse the process. Come on, yeah, there we go. Recalcitrant boltings. Alright. And then all the bits go back on. Nice and simple. Simples. Yes, that's right. Okay. One corner complete. Wah ha ha ha. That's right. That's the excitement of putting things back together. That's 2 corners complete. Wah, ah, 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 ah. Yeah. Ways to keep yourself amused. And you are now on 3 corners. Wah, ah, ah, ah. There we go. Bolty. Huh. I think. Job done. Wow, look at that. Roaring through the jobs. Won't have anything to do for the rest of the week. Car is loud. It's the tastiest of cars. It's a Tempest Magnum. It's an awesome old muscle car type thing. Let's have a look at how loud this car is. I'm going to assume it'll have to get under the hood, although if it's the front exhaust part it will be connected to the manifold, which it might well be. Oh no, there's the front exhaust section. Looks okay. Okay, right, that's too close to that, can't remove that apparently. There we go. If I put my head in it I can remove it. There we go. And how many of these parts are there? 4. Oh, so it might well be the front. Maybe the front sections are knackered. Oh, it's these 2 bits. Look. 1, 2. That should be the lot. Yeah. So we need 2 front exhaust OV8 OHs. oves. What else do we need? A middle muffler and a rear muffler V8 ove. Middle muffler, rear muffler V8 ove. Okay, and then pop those bits back on. That's right. Yeah. That looks good. And there we go. Awesome. Alright. Woo! Job done. Let's see if there's a similarly easy job to round things off. General engine cooling and repair. You see, that could be a bit longer. Well, we'll risk it for a biscuit. Wow, okay, well we had a run of nice coloured cars, and then there was this. Okay, so there's a few bits and pieces that need work. Let's try some of our testing gear. So we're going to examine mode, and then we can do scanning. This car doesn't have an OBD-doobie port. Okay, let's see if we can blow up its ass with a compression test. This tests all the sort of engine-y, heads, pistons, that sort of stuff, I think. That gives a list now. One of the pistons is knackered, so we have to go deep into the engine. I have to press escape to get rid of that. Okay, and then we can do an electronic test. Which basically pours random numbers over our face and then tells us some stuff. There we go, so random numbers over with. Alternator, battery and starter motor are all dead. So that'll have filled in some of our details, but not all of them, so there's a fair bit more to do. So from a quick job, this is turning into a slightly longer job. Alright, let's get into the engine. That needs changing. This looks a bit knackered as well. Oh, many bolts. Many bolts. Alright, looks like we're taking the whole engine head off, so this is going to be a full-on strip down. Now, someone did say there was an option in them that you can turn off the fact that it zooms in and out all the time when you click on stuff, which I meant to change. So I want to look into that. Oh yeah, I've got to take off all the timing gear, and that requires all the removal of the front parts. There we go. No, there. These bits all look dead as well, to be fair. We know the alternator's dead. Let's get that off. What's the threshold for it? Yeah, okay. So, oh, there we go. Let me get the timing cover off and get all the bits off under here. These are all knackered. Can't tell about the belt. Belt is on 9%, so yeah, that's dead too. Cam gear, that's knackered. Wow, it's all pretty dead. Right, can't take that off yet. Need to take off the exhaust manifold. Remember to keep all your bolts in nice little containers so you can find them easily and put them back on. It's a real pain in the ass if you don't know where all the things were. Now, what do I have to take off now? Is it all the internals? There's nothing. Oh, here we go. So it's connected to it. And the sparkies on the side, actually. I forgot about those. Alright. Now. Yeah, there we go. Bolt. Bolt. Nice long bolts. Alright. Let's get that off. That's obviously broken. Okay, now, let's see if that's all of it. No, two parts we haven't found. Oh yeah, the piston, I remember one of these was the piston. That means we have to take off the... to take the pistons out, we need to take off the oil pan, which means we need to drain the oil. No, wrong button again, move. I like to move it. Right, so we need this. So that's the oil drain, so get almost underneath it and assume that that's fine. Oh, have I let go of it? Yeah, I have. And then let rip. You can't move after that, so you're just going to hope it's going into the right hole. And then we can remove the oil drain, stick it out of the way. And then we want to take off the oil pan. No sticky oil on our heads. Okay, so, oh, there's some bits under here as well. I'm going to remove these, yep. That one looks okay. Yeah, so I don't know if we have to take anything else off to get the pistony bits, so let's check. The bits I was taking off, if we wanted to take out the whole camshaft or whatever it was, we'd have to take out all of those, but I only want that. And I think that should be all of it. Yes. Alright, so now we can buy all these bits. Alright, engine, alternator, battery. I've not taken the battery off yet, so I have to remember to do that. I think we need a belt tensioner, but let's check. No. Cam gear R4 sock and 2 camshaft caths. Cam gear R4 sock, 2 normal cam gears. Oh no, cam gear. Oh, I didn't need those cam gears. I want camshaft caps. Awesome work. How much were they? 110 each. Two of these $35 things. Awesome work. Crankshaft bearing cap times 2. And engine head R4 socks. Engine head R4 socks. What else? Ignition wires R4 socks. Ignition wire R4 socks. Intake manifold RPMF. What? I never heard of that. R4 MPI. Intake manifold R4 MPI. Okay. Whatever. Piston with conrod. This with conrod. Starter motor. Starter. Just a normal starter. And a throttle R4. I thought we needed one of these timing belts. Throttle R4. We went past it. Throttle. Throttle R4. We also need these. We did need a belt tensioner and a timing belt R4 sock. Water pump R4. Water pump R4. And something from up here which I forget. A belt tensioner, of course, yes. Belt tensioner. Alright. Now we're ready to go. Going. Right. Okay. Excuse me. One piston. Engine head. Yes. There we go. And so what needs to go in here are spark plugs. Don't forget the ignition wires, they're easy to forget. Ignition coil, whatever. Just the wires that are new. There we go. So it's always the way, you do a bunch of little jobs and of course you come to the final job you want to do and there isn't a small one, so you end up doing a long one. That's just the way it is apparently. It's like that, and that's the way it is. Alright, crankshaft caps, whatever these are. Camshaft caps. Camshaft, camshaft, crapshaft, they're all too many shafts beginning with C. They all blend. Not literally, but in my mind. And then we get timing cover back on. And all these accoutrements. A fancy new alternator. And a water pump. Looking good. Alright, some belts. No tensioners required to add to the belts. Not that I can tell. Oop. Bolts. Bolty bolts. They're the boltiest bolts of all. There we go. On a fuel rail. I guess that injects the fuel. I've no earthly clue. Oh yeah, there's a bit on top. That probably helps keep all the mud out. Mud being the arch nemesis of engines, apparently. Is that everything? People shouting at the screen going, nope. You have forgotten various parts. That's fair. Let's have a look at what the job sheets are. I can't look at it whilst the car's moving, but what's the job sheet say? Okay, I forgot to change the battery. Oh yeah, the bits I'm doing underneath. But the battery's the bit I forget, obviously. Obviously. So I need to put these little chaps in. Oh yeah, that was already in. It's hard to tell. There's one. And oh, is it just two? Is that why I'm struggling? Yeah, I think it is. Alright, oil pan. It's hard to put stuff on when there isn't stuff to put on in this sort of situation. There we go. That's all of that. So I just need to put oil in and change the battery. Not necessarily in that order. One battery out. One battery in. Where's the oil hole? There it is. That's. It has to be in removed mode. No, I have to be in disassemble mode to take out the oil plug. And then we tip oil in until the oil itself gets a bit bored and jumps slightly. There, and then we put a little bit more in, and that's usually pretty much perfect. Check with the dipstick, of course. Damn slap in the middle. Bang slap, not damn slap, whatever. Right, there you go. There's your fairly horrible diarrhea-coloured car. Oh, I can't run away from it. I have to press O here. Ding! Awesome. Well, thank you very much for watching. It's quick, slow. quick, slow. And yeah, various nonsense about things, and then a goodbye message. I'll skip that.